Reacher's Alan Ritchson reveals which action movie star most influences his performance. One of today's most popular action heroes is Reacher's Jack Reacher, and actor Alan Ritchson is giving credit to a beloved actor for inspiration. As Reacher is a brute force, the character has been compared to classic action movie heroes like Sylvester Stallone's John Rambo and Arnold Schwarzenegger's commando character, John Matrix. Per Variety, Ritchson considers himself a big fan of those actors and their respective characters, but he names Harrison Ford as the actor who was most influential on the Jack Reacher performance. Ritchson explained that he appreciated how Ford brought a certain grizzled malice to his characters, and this was something that has been applied to Jack Reacher as well. The way that he can make you laugh as he grunts the line through gritted teeth. "We don't have a lot of men that can do that these days," Ritchson said. "But it's something that I like to bring to characters, that grizzled malice while finding a way to remain likable." Ford may be best known for his franchise roles as Han Solo in Star Wars and Indiana Jones. He also appeared in several memorable action movies, such as The Fugitive, The Devil's Own, and Air Force One. The veteran actor recently wrapped up his run as Indiana Jones with the fifth Indiana Jones movie released in theaters earlier this year, and he's been doing more work on the small screen as of late. He is set to return for a second season of the Yellowstone spin-off series 1923, and will also be back for Season 2 of the Apple TV Plus dramedy series Shrinking. As for Ritchson, the hulking actor could be sticking with the role of Jack Reacher for quite a while. The show has already been renewed for Season 3, and filming is currently underway. The continued popularity and acclaim of the series is also another great sign for Reacher moving forward. Given that there are nearly 30 of Lee Child's Jack Reacher books to draw from for inspiration, there's no telling just how long this show could end up going on. Outside of Reacher, Ritchson also had a role in this year's franchise sequel Fast X. He is also a part of the star-studded cast of Guy Ritchie's next movie, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which also stars Henry Cavill and Eiza Gonzalez. The film will release in 2024. Alan Ritchson, known for his breakout role as Jack Reacher in the Amazon Prime series Reacher, has quickly established himself as a modern-day action hero. Ritchson's portrayal of the tough, no-nonsense, and towering former military police officer has garnered him comparisons to classic action movie stars. His blend of physicality, intensity, and subtle charm resonates with audiences, and it's no surprise that fans and critics alike wonder who might have influenced his performance. In a recent interview, Ritchson revealed that while he draws inspiration from a wide variety of actors, there is one action movie star in particular who has had the most significant influence on his approach to playing Reacher, Bruce Willis. The influence of Willis, known primarily for his role as John McClane in the Die Hard series, can be seen throughout Ritchson's performance in Reacher. Why Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis carved out a niche in the action genre by embodying a kind of everyman heroism. In Die Hard, John McClane isn't a super soldier or indestructible force. He's an NYPD cop who finds himself in extraordinary situations. Willis's portrayal of McClane resonated with audiences because, despite the tough guy persona, McClane was relatable, vulnerable, and flawed. This combination made him both endearing and formidable. Ritchson notes that this balance between toughness and humanity is something he tries to bring to his portrayal of Jack Reacher. Reacher is a physically imposing character, a man who often intimidates just by standing in the room, but Ritchson didn't want his performance to feel one-dimensional. He points to Willis's ability to inject humor, wit, and vulnerability into intense situations as a key influence on how he approached Reacher. Bruce Willis in Die Hard was a big one for me, Ritchson explained in an interview. McClane wasn't this bulletproof hero. He got hurt, he got scared, but he kept pushing through. I think that's what makes a great action star. You need to feel like there's a real person under all the muscles and bravado. That's something I've always admired in Willis's performances. Ritchson's physicality and Willis's relatability, while Alan Ritchson stands out for his sheer physicality, standing 6'2", and with a bodybuilder's physique, the influence of Bruce Willis is most evident in the nuances of his performance. Reacher is known in the books for being a drifter, someone who is detached from society but operates with a strong moral code. This detachment could easily come off as cold or robotic, but Ritchson carefully balances Reacher's stoicism with moments of warmth, wit, and even humor, much like how Willis infused his characters with sarcasm and a dry sense of humor, even in the most intense situations. In Reacher, there are several moments where Ritchson's character cracks a joke or delivers a deadpan line, reminiscent of the way Bruce Willis handled tension in Die Hard. This levity adds a human layer to a character who could otherwise be perceived as too distant or too invulnerable. Ritchson's ability to channel Willis's relatability without losing the aura of strength that defines Jack Reacher is no small feat. Reacher, as described in Lee Child's novels, is a man who often feels like a force of nature, calm, methodical, and capable of taking down a dozen men without breaking a sweat. But it's those moments of vulnerability and humor that humanize him, making him more than just a one-note action hero. The vulnerability factor, one of the most significant ways Bruce Willis influenced Alan Ritchson's portrayal of Jack Reacher, is in the idea of vulnerability. Action heroes, especially in the 1980s and 1990s, were often depicted as invincible characters, like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator or Sylvester Stallone's Rambo dominated the screen with raw, superhuman power. But Willis's McClane was different. He bled, he struggled, and he doubted himself. Audiences connected with McClane because they saw a man who, despite being tough, was still human. He got knocked down but always found a way to get back up. Ritchson has said that he wanted Reacher to feel the same way. While Reacher is undeniably a powerhouse, Ritchson doesn't shy away from showing moments of doubt, frustration, or pain. These moments of vulnerability make Reacher's triumphs more satisfying because they feel earned. Just like McClane, Reacher has to push through obstacles that test him physically, mentally, and emotionally. The evolution of the modern action hero Bruce Willis's impact on the action genre is undeniable, and Alan Ritchson's admiration for him reflects a broader trend in modern action storytelling. Audiences today expect more than just brawn and explosions from their heroes. They want depth, complexity, and relatability. While characters like John McClane helped pave the way for this evolution, actors like Ritchson are now taking up the mantle. In Reacher, Ritchson embodies the modern action hero. He's strong, skilled, and unflinching in the face of danger, but he's also introspective, humorous, and occasionally vulnerable. Ritchson's performance feels like an homage to the classic action stars who came before him, while also bringing something fresh and contemporary to the table. The influence of Bruce Willis is clear, but Ritchson has managed to blend that inspiration with his own unique take on the character. As he continues to develop the role in future seasons, it will be exciting to see how this modern action hero evolves, and how Ritchson continues to honor the legacy of actors like Willis while forging his own path. Conclusion: Alan Ritchson's portrayal of Jack Reacher in Reacher has captured the attention of action fans worldwide, and his nod to Bruce Willis's style is evident. The combination of physical intensity with moments of vulnerability and humor is a winning formula that connects deeply with audiences. As Ritchson continues to grow in this role, it's clear that he's channeling the best of Willis while bringing his own modern edge to the world of action heroes. In the end, Ritchson is crafting a legacy that stands on the shoulders of giants like Willis, but with the strength to stand tall on its own. Ritchson is crafting a legacy that stands on the shoulders of giants like Willis, but with the strength to stand tall on its own.